Mr. Tepper, we meet again. How you doing, buddy?
A pleasure as ever. How you doing? You're good?
All good, mate. All good. It seems to have cooled down a little bit today.
But, yes, definitely cooler.
Yes, yes, cool. Right then. So last time we covered in the 10 marketing lies business are told. We covered marketing sales is easy, right? Of course it isn't.
Yeah,
but
easy.
You can do it. It could be done. You've got to have it. Yeah, we'll come to that. So number 5.
Yeah. Number 5 is you just need to sell more and sell harder. If your business isn't working, if you're not making enough money, don't do any marketing. That's for suckers. Just sell more and sell hard to everyone you meet. That's the most awful advice I think anyone could ever be given, because no one wants to be sold to. And so actually, if you sell harder, you're going to turn people off. Whereas what you should be doing is actually invest in your marketing, create the customer journey, serve them on that journey, and then you won't have to sell hard. The problem is that that's going to take a bit of time. And so if you're in revenue distress, if you need money today, frankly, do whatever you feel is going to be required to pay your bills. But as soon as you've got space and you can give yourself a runway and build a customer journey, for the love of God, do it. Because you need to get off that feast and famine cycle of just selling. And then what happens is you get really busy, so you stop selling and you're not doing any marketing, and then you lose a couple of clients, but you don't have a pipeline now. So you're just in permanent sales mode. It's terrible.
Yeah. It's a tricky one. And I think I've tried all sorts in the past. I've tried things I've not been comfortable with, and guess what? They're the ones that didn't always stick. Some of them actually got their head into it, and I thought, you know what? In at the deep end, you can't make on with that. Well, you can't. If you do the same as you've always done, you get the results you've always got, right? So
absolutely,
it's
you've got to change it up. Definitely, I think that there's no, take it seriously, and your customers, you will thank you for it, because they need information anyway before they're going to say yes to you. So the purpose of marketing is to give the customer all the information and control they need to make the best decision for them, which hopefully is to work with you. So serve them and love them.
Absolutely. One thing we've been building a lot of, and our current clients and lead will be seeing this, is the nurturing campaigns, automations. It's something it's been on my list to do for probably at least 2 years now, and we finally got it launched. And we're doing it iteratively as well, as do the basics, build on it, improve on it. The main thing, I can't remember who said it, but yesterday you said tomorrow, just get started. There's no such thing as perfection. You've got to start going and keep going, right? So
and don't be afraid to screw up and fail, because life, that's the only way we learn. The only way we move forward is by taking a chance and regretting it and learning and doing it differently next time. So be brave.
Definitely. And I think the other thing we touched on a bit before is consistency. Is you have the classic sort of feast and famine. You're really busy. You haven't got time to do marketing. Oh, it's a nice to have, blah blah. We've got this. Thing is, with our life cycle is it can be as little as a month. It can be a couple of weeks, really, but it's an average between 3 and 6 months to actually getting a project started from first conversation. So it's having that communication. And there's an interesting stat I read published by Gartner that was saying, in times of uncertainty, you should market like you've never marketed before, because guess what? Most people are cutting that spend, right?
Yeah,
they're thinking, it's an overhead. We're just going to do the work. And I found this when I was freelancing in 2008 in the credit crunch or whatever they called it. I was mobbed. I was turning stuff down. They let go a lot of their full-time staff. I get it. I understand the mindset. But then before they realise that they're paying more for a freelancer to get that done. And
absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, I doubled the size of my business during lockdown by simply doubling my content output, because everyone else around me was slowing their content output. So I just went crazy and literally, I remember saying to the team, we're going to double our content output. And everyone thought I was mad. Well, it worked because the signal to noise ratio had dropped, because nobody else was focused on marketing and doing content, exactly what you said.
Absolutely.
So,
I think we talked about one of the earlier sessions, Marcus Sheridan, they ask you answer, right? I saw him at a seminar last year in Birmingham. Blew my mind. I was like, I got the next day, we're changing everything we're doing.
Yeah,
We are
yeah.
doing that. And
He's
I think, you know,
he's a very inspiring guy.
and I think we've started building a lot of just general, you know, evergreen content as well, because I quite like writing. So I was writing blog posts on things, and we're building our website as a real knowledge hub for anyone. You know, how do you put a website live? How long does it take? All these things. So I put them all as content points.
Nice,
Some
absolutely.
it will change, but yeah. There's always little snippets you can do if you're on a train, if you know, especially as business owners, you kind of never quite switch off, and you should. You need to have your time reserved,
Yeah.
but you know, you can always.
You never know when they're gonna. The thing is, you never know when they're gonna look it up. You never know. So if you're not there when they type the query into Google, if you're not there, yeah, I always say 100% of the time people don't respond to something you didn't say.
Yeah.
So if you don't say something, I guarantee you'll get no business from it. If you say something, you might get business from it. So be visible, talk much, talk lots, talk more, value your customer as much as you can, and serve them. If you put them first, if you put your customer at the core of your marketing strategy, they'll feel it. If you put sales at the core of your marketing strategy, they'll feel it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we launched our client portal back in June, and that's like a dashboard for all our clients to see their login page, the details, all sorts of things, FAQs, you know, how to, stuff like that. It has saved immense amount of time, and we're still here if they need us. But guess what? It took a while to put it all together, but now it's there, and it will only grow, right? So
and it's not. Is all of the content locked? I mean, the
content
will be behind. Yeah, so there's personal content, but here's the thing: when they go to that, are you sharing content in there from your website, relevant content? Right.
Yeah, so a lot of it links to a blog post, which is on our
perfect. Which then they can share, and that's the point. You then turn the smartest brands turn their customers into their marketeers. Look at Apple. Look at Apple. That's exactly what Apple did. They created raving fans from .0. The minute the iPhone existed, they had raving fans. You cannot buy that. Now, they spent a lot of money on it, but what they did was love the customer. That's it. That's all they did. They put the customer at the center of their strategy. It isn't rocket science.
It's not. Awesome. Thank you, Al. Appreciate your time as ever.
Very welcome.
Before we wrap up, quick question for you. What is your favourite flavour of crisps?
Flavour of crisps? God, this is controversial. Well, I spent the 90s in Canada. So controversially, I loved all dressed chips. So all dressed chips in Canada are kind of like, I don't even know how to describe them. It's got a multitude of flavors, so that it's all dressed with all of the flavors. So yeah, it's just amazing chip, the best chips. They call them chips as well, not crisps. Yeah, chips, and ketchup crisps in North America as well. Unbelievable.
Oh,
ketchup.
Nice. Yeah.
Who would have thought?
I'm sure Walker's done them. I was a fan of them.
Yeah.
For me, spicy knickknacks, and for the purists out there, is it a maize? Is it a corn-based snack? No, they're crisps. Come on. And they're all winners.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I love knickknacks. Got time for them. Yeah. In fact, the last crisps I had were salt and vinegar squares. Ooh.
Oh, that's my wife's favourite.
So flavourful. Not quite at the severity of a disco, but much better than a normal crisp. Yeah, definitely.
A refined crisp. Yeah, love it.
Yeah, the refined gentleman's choice of crisp. Yeah.
Do you know what? I always thought the real highbrow ones were the salt and shake.
Yeah.
More salt, sir. Here we go.
Yeah, it is very, very personal service, isn't it? When I was growing up, we had a hedgehog crisps. I don't know if you remember.
Oh yeah, those. I remember them. Yeah.
They obviously weren't actual hedgehog, but my God, as kids, we thought they were.
Yeah.
And it was,
Wow. Yeah. Nostalgia. Nice. Thank you as always, Al. We'll catch you next time for part 6. Look forward to it.
Look forward to it.
All right. Cheers, dude. Catch you later.
Cheers.